Hi there folks, and welcome to another live recording of a Paint Up paint and chat event held by Miniature Modelling Mayhem, or Triple M. This was held on Friday the 29th of April, and it was done in order to celebrate the ending of our April painting challenge and to foreshadow the beginning of the May painting challenge, which starts on the 1st of May. These painting challenges are open for anyone to enter. All you have to do basically is pledge that you will, in the month of May, complete a set number of units. You pick the units, they can be any scale, any size, any period. What we're basically trying to do is encourage people who have had units sitting staring at them for a long time that they've maybe not got the motivation or not had the time to try and do, and basically just focus your efforts on getting those units finished. We have a bit of a discussion today about what exactly it is everybody's going to be working on. There's much more information on our Facebook group and on people's blogs, all of which I'll link in the section below the video so that you can have a wee look at them at your own leisure. This discussion was recorded live. We try to do it warts and all, so it is very much like you might find one of our normal Google Hangouts to be. We have these nearly every night as a community. Again, they're advertised through our Facebook group or our Google Plus group. They're free for anyone who's a member of the community to join, whether you just want to sit and listen or you want to actually actively contribute, that's fine. Our Facebook group has some fantastic pictures of what everyone's working on and has been working on. There's some great eye candy on there, well worth a visit. And just searching for the name of the group, Miniature Modelling Mayhem, should find us for you. As I said, I'll link it below. So yeah, on with the recording. It does contain adult humour, adult discussion topics and some adult language, so be warned, just in case any swear words occasionally crop in. And with that, I'll let you listen to what we get up to in one of our painting chats. Thanks very much. Enjoy.
And we are live. There you go. So.
Hello world.
At least someone said something. All we need now is for Mark to burst on and start saying inappropriate words, and that's us kind of back to normal.
Right.
And I've got these bloody things to start putting on, so I should do that. Anyway, almost the end of April, as we were discussing earlier. We've got one day left. How's everyone doing, challenge-wise?
Well, I'm just about finishing here. Except with the paint in his mouth. I'm just about finishing here, so.
How many figures was it you were doing?
Well, I was doing 94. It's now got down to 36, but the other. Yes, in the next couple of days as well, anyway, so.
So you doing the other ones next month?
No, finishing them in the next couple of days, I think.
Okay, cool.
As soon as I get this 36 off the bench, I'll get the next 36 on, which will be Cromwell's Cavalry.
Cool. So does that count double because you're painting horses?
It should do.
The horses count as 2 figures?
3.
3? Yeah, well, it's 2 guys in a suit, isn't it? So.
Evening, gents.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, Alan.
How's it going?
We are. Yeah, we're good. We've just gone live, so just a heads up that we are live at the moment.
Okie dokie.
Put on your television voice.
Good evening. How's it all going?
Yeah, not bad. Not too
I'm
bad.
doing great, Alan. And how about yourself?
I've never watched Dutch TV, but I now imagine that that's just how all the TV people speak.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, either.
And we're still on it.
Oh, and he's gone. He was breaking up a bit and he went. Yeah, Stephen, sorry, you were gonna say about your challenge. You got through yours quite quickly, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot of them this month. I painted what 2 cavalry units, a foot regiment, an artillery piece, and a command base as well. And then one was my last little bits, and I should have the whole army finished shortly in the next couple of days, I think. So yeah, I smashed my way through them pretty quick.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I saw your blog post that you were saying that was most of your or a good chunk of the army that you had managed to get done in the last little while.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to next month painting something different, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of just going to persevere and crack on, get them as many as I can done, get them all done, and I can move on to something else.
Yeah, I know. I did the Metal Mountain Reduction Painting Challenge the last couple of times it was running, and one of the issues that I had the first time was I had tied myself down so much to what I was working on that I felt like I wanted to do something else, but felt like I couldn't because I had kind of said I was going to do one thing. So that's the nice thing about this one is you can do what you want. It's
it's been quite good. It's motivated me to get them done. Otherwise, I'll probably be a year down the line and these will still be in a box and I'll be painting something else. But, I said I was going to do them, so I thought I just had to do them really.
Oh, that's it. And I thought Edzard's use of the word pledge when he was setting up the event for next month was interesting. It's what you pledge to have painted. It's almost like the Black Ribbon Society or something, isn't it? Oh. What's the one from Discworld where they pledge not to drink blood?
Good. It's been a good way of getting stuff done.
Yeah. Well, that was
getting it done.
It's been really good to see everybody's finished stuff as well. So hopefully we've got that. What have we got? We've got that album on the Facebook group. So if anybody wants to stick on that, the pictures of what they've managed to finish, and I'll do what I did with this chat, with the last chat. If people again let me know their blog addresses, then I'll mention in the comments or the notes your blog and link it and stuff as well. If any of you guys who are here want to do that, and then people can actually see what we've done in April. I know there's a few different things going on because Bill, you had, I don't know if he's there, but he had his terrain that he was working on.
Yeah, I made I had refurnished a bunch of hills and a bunch of trees.
Yeah. Which just goes to show, because it might take something like a terrain challenge in order to get me to actually do some terrain, because it's not something I can inherently, I'm interested in doing.
Would you like tennis?
No.
No. I was going to mention about.
On you go. What are you saying?
I was going to mention about terrain. We could make it part of the May challenge. To do a piece of terrain.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea. I thought, it is something I struggle doing as well. I've had like resin buildings and stuff that I've had for years in a box. Nothing to do with getting done.
Yeah, we could do. Just stick a post on the Facebook group about it if you've got. I know that at one point Mark was talking about us doing a terrain challenge, and we maybe put I think his idea was that we put a price limit on it, like how much you're allowed to spend. So it was more to try and do something with household items and things like that.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, we
Yeah,
could
that,
add a terrain element. I certainly think I'm going to be pushed enough just getting my models done, and I don't really have storage for terrain just now, so
yeah,
I was
might-
thinking about doing some mushrooms and toadstools.
You mean you were thinking about painting some mushrooms and toadstools, or taking
No.
some mushrooms and toadstools? I know.
I thought it might help with my painting.
Yeah.
No, making some out of Fimo, that sort of modelling clay.
Yeah.
So it's quite bright colours. It's for a fantasy game. But I thought it might be quite fun just to have some little mushrooms and stuff, and maybe even if you wanted to take some, like berserkers or something like that, it could have sort of random effects in the game.
Yeah. There used to be I'm trying to think what game it was in. There used to be. I'm thinking maybe Epic. There was the Orc Mad Boys, where you rolled on a table to see what they did every turn.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like a little bit of randomness.
Yeah.
Some pretty wacky armies in Hordes of the Thing. I don't know if you played that sort of TVA fantasy thing. There's some pretty crazy idea armies in that.
You could do anything from other things, couldn't you? I saw people just like getting pebbles out of the garden, painting their faces on sticky bases, and they had a pebble army of different sized pebbles, some weird stuff like that.
Still popular.
Yeah.
There's tournaments and such.
Yeah, I don't think there's any judgment there. If it's encouraging people to play a game and they're getting a laugh out of it, then
yeah, the spoon
Oh
army.
yeah, no, I thought it was pretty cool. Some of it was quite good. There's a guy who had like a load of acorns and stuff, and he'd sculpted little eyes on them and that. They're pretty cool. Creative,
yeah.
A pebble's a Dutch word.
Was it?
Yeah, it means when you fart in the bath.
Right.
Well, the things you learn.
Yeah, I'm right. It's like pledge is also a Dutch word. It means breaking wind across a dike. Yeah, seriously.
Why would you know that, Gary? Why would you know
I've got a technical question.
Ask Ed what drift means, which is also a breaking wind word in Dutch. It means when you've left one and you say, "Can you give it 20 minutes?" in Dutch. I left a terrible drift in there.
that?
That's also not true. You don't know any Dutch, Gary.
I do, mate.
Yeah, uit.
Thank you, well.
Thank you, well.
I had a technical question about the breaking wind across a dike. Was that while you were walking across a dike, or was that forcibly?
It's
Like,
only,
but no,
it's only
let's not go there.
It's only when it's across a polder.
Right. What's the difference between a polder and a dike?
Oh, come on, Ed.
You really don't know?
Come on, Ed. You should know this. I know you know this.
Well, a dike is just a wall to keep water out. A polder is what's inside the dikes.
Oh, the field.
Yeah. Or the city, or or the country.
Entire country. Is to live in a country where one angry man with a JCB could wreak utter chaos. The terrorists don't need a bomb, they just need excavating equipment.
There is no Dutch word for terrain. Although Ed disagrees with me all the time. Says yes, terrain.
Exactly.
I'm not South African.
South African.
I know that he's got his mic muted, but we had quite an almost important event from Scott that he actually finished something, and then it turned out he hasn't finished it. So
I think you find I have finished it.
I will send you the Fez of Glory, Scott.
I'm the what? The face of glory.
The Fez
of Glory.
Face of glory. Alright.
And you wear it just like that.
Not like that.
I've got a jester's hat of glory.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, straying a bit from topic.
This is meant to be miniature modelling mayhem.
Well, as mayhem, it's always mayhem. Yeah, I managed to get everything painted last month with a week to spare. So this month I'm challenging myself further and have now got a even more stupid number of infantry figures to paint. As I decided to add another platoon to what I was planning to paint, and the platoon comes to an extra 45 guys. So it's
I
kind
saw your pledge and it looked quite significant.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit challenging this month.
Thanks. I'd just like to remind you, it is in Scotland anyway. It is still April, even though it feels like December.
Yeah. I saw pictures of my hometown today covered in snow.
Yeah, well, we don't have any here, but there's some not too far away from here. Crazy.
It was snowing in Catching yesterday.
It's been snowing here more or less all week on and off, but it's not been laying any.
I don't understand what you guys are talking.
It's like a sandstorm, except it's cold.
Okay, this for being cold.
We had a pretty good, pretty bad stance a couple days ago.
What was that, Bill? I didn't catch any of that.
We had a pretty hefty sandstorm a few days ago, actually.
Right. That'd just be the same as snow, except you can't make snowmen.
What's up?
It'd just be the same as snow, except you can't make snowmen.
Well, it gets into your nostrils, and then you like sneeze and stuff like that. So it's
Snow can do that as well, but not the kind of.
You have to turn it.
It's the Dutchman, he always turns the conversation to drugs.
Excuse me?
When he's not
When he's not denying the use of the Dutch language.
What is your language called again? It's not Dutch.
It's Dutch.
Is it Dutch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, in Dutch it would be Nederlands, but
well,
yeah.
see, there you go.
There we go. Yeah.
I speak American.
the Dutch word for farting? Left.
Actually, Gary, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, quick change the subject.
Okay, so I was playing a game last night when I was on the Axis side, okay? And it just made me think, obviously, I thought I was on, well, I don't think I was on the goody side, but, we were playing our side as opposed to the other side. And it just kind of made me think, we call ourselves the Allies, or, America, whatever, blah, 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 versus the Axis. What did they actually call themselves? Did they call themselves the Allies?
Do you remember, Gary?
Yeah.
As I
Back in
spoke
your
to
days in the Third Reich.
the other day,
I know they called themselves in World War One the Central Powers.
yeah. Well, or we called them the Central Powers.
I know they called the Americans the AMI, or the AMI.
I think they called themselves Großen Deutschland.
Big Germany.
Is that a guess, or is that what you...
No, they did call them, well, Hitler called it Großen Deutschland because he wanted to unite the German-speaking peoples. With some arse who lived in Italy at the time as well, who joined in eventually.
Yeah, but like the Japanese
Wasn't
aren't
it
really part of that.
The Tripartite Pact or something like
Tripartite.
that?
Tripartite.
Or the TPP.
Difficult because we sort of look at it as the victors to refer to them as what we refer to them, and they would call themselves totally different things. I mean, when they had the League of the Three Emperors, which was the Drei Kaiserbund, which was the Tsar, the Habsburg Emperor, and the Kaiser, that's what we call them, because that's what they call themselves. So yeah, that was the Drei Kaiserbund, but in the Second World War, that was a different one altogether, really.
During the Napoleonic period, it was it wasn't called Allies, it was called Coalition.
Yeah.
Well, the Allies during the Second World War called themselves the United Nations.
Did they?
Yep. Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, you see it if you watch any Pathé stuff. They talk about the United Nations forces and stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
Interesting.
Not either.
I'm pretty sure I'm not making that up. I have started priming though, so I would need to stop to check, and I can't be bothered. I've definitely read and heard them referred to as United Nations. But bear in mind, by like the kind of 44-45 period, the Allies had expanded quite a lot. There was Brazil and a lot of other kind of smaller countries had. Once it became clear that they weren't going to be invaded by Germany anytime soon, then a lot of other countries kind of joined the bandwagon.
Was it Mexico like an ally?
Yeah, I think so anyway. Brazil definitely was. They had a division serving in Italy. I'm sure there were certainly a lot of Pacific countries and stuff as well. Because obviously a lot of them were.
I think Mexico was neutral though.
They were neutral during the First World War.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were an ally, technically.
An ally of who?
America?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Damn Germans.
Well, there was something about America's entry into the First World War. Was it not something to do with the Germans trying to convince the Mexicans to do something?
Yeah, that was the letter, the that the British intercepted and sent to Woodrow Wilson's office. Or the telegram, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, because
And,
we were breaking the German codes and ciphers and stuff.
That was the linchpin, but I mean, there was some other things like the Lusitania that were pressuring Woodrow Wilson to getting into war. When the Lusitania got sunk, that was a big deal over here.
Yeah. I know that they found out about the Easter Rising in Ireland because the German embassy in Washington.
Did
They were intercepting the embassy traffic and.
Well, they didn't have many troops. They had to rush loads more men over.
Yeah, well, basically what happened was it was the Navy that had broken the German codes, is my understanding of how it went, and the kind of chief of the Navy went to the kind of cabinet and said, yeah, we've just found this out and there's going to be an uprising in Ireland. And they basically went, nah, we daft, and ignored it.
Bill, it was the Zimmerman telegram.
That's right. That's the Zimmerman telegram. I just couldn't think of it.
That's the one where they promised Mexico they would have a. They would get back what they'd lost. Arizona, and I think we should do that again. So get ready to move, Bill.
Yeah, I don't know. Move someplace where it snows, I guess.
Hitch your wagon, head off to Oregon.
Yeah, I don't want to go on the Oregon Trail because I'm going to get the dysentery and die.
I'll have to build a house out of sod. Get some.
You're joining us in May for the challenge again, Bill? What? Yeah, you're Indian, aren't you?
Well, no, these are peasants right here. I have not started my May challenge because I'm feverishly painting up stuff for Ronan before May.
But Ronan needs 5 figures aside, Bill, and you have millions.
Yeah. So?
What would you
And we've got Andrew on tonight who we've just managed to talk into trying to do something for the challenge as well. Haven't we, Andrew?
Yes, yeah.
Not putting him on the spot at all in any manner of means.
Well, he's finished.
Who else is Alan, who's finishing off his Airfix stuff?
Yeah, hopefully I'll get them finished tonight, but well,
cool.
None of the washes and stuff, but all the sort of base coating, base colours and stuff.
How many have you got done, Alan?
Well, I've kind of got just about 20 to do a little bit of gun metal on and a bit of the gas mask case. So.
That's really nice.
I'll make sure you get some pictures up on the album once you've got stuff done.
Yeah, I got to put some more pictures up.
Yeah, I will do.
Well, that's mine done.
Oh my god, it's the hellhound again.
Oh.
These challenges to be cute all on flock.
I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can abstain from tearing a postman limb from limb or something like that in that amount of time.
We keep them locked up for that very reason.
Yeah. Savaging a poor Boy Scout that happens to be passing. Raining blood and tears down upon the local neighbourhood.
Yeah.
Much like Edzard does with his singing.
My singing? I never sing. Gary sings.
You sing all the time.
You sing the best then.
I hum. That's totally different.
Oh, you hum. You hum.
Those like really stupid things that make you laugh from time to time. Mine was playing the old Civilization game, and you used to get the pop-up message saying the French are revolting and stuff.
Yeah.
Just always made me giggle.
They are. Yeah, and you'd focus in on the city, and they were, burning stuff and marching down the streets in ranks, in column, in fact, in togas.
All you had to do was take one person off production, and they were all happy again.
You build a new temple or a coliseum.
I did one of them for the challenge, but to beat the tennis courts, but I sold it on before I took any pictures or anything, so there's no evidence.
Getting back to the Zimmerman telegram, the Kruger got a telegram from the Kaiser as well.
Oh, of course he did.
Same thing, as you well know, Ed.
Yeah, they were very pro-German.
Germany were going to intervene in the South African War, the second one, not the first one, which we lost ignominiously. And the Kaiser said he was going to intervene in South Africa, like the Zimmerman telegram. And the British got hold of this and published that all over their websites at the time, called the Telegraph. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities with that one. Just thought I'd throw that one in there.
You ever hear the story about how Ottoman Turks got allied to the Germans in the First World War?
Do tell, Bill. I have my...
The British Navy was chasing down two German cruisers in the Mediterranean. And those cruisers went up to Constantinople and they docked at that harbor because it was a neutral harbor. And they knew that they couldn't get out because the British had them cornered. So they were like, well, this is our gift to you, Ottoman Empire. Please fight on our side.
For the price of 2 cruisers.
Two cruisers. With
That's
crew. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of political manoeuvring going on, and
Yeah. But that was the linchpin that caused them to go, we'll accept that offer.
I didn't know that.
Here we go, the damn Royal Navy. Again. At it again.
Just like Chatham.
Just like Chatham. Yeah. I think that's what those two Dutch ships off the coast of Wales were trying to do again, was try to do another Chatham, and then they discovered that there's actually no Royal Navy for them to sink, so that's why they were holding the Coast Guard to ransom.
No, I think I had one look at Wales and thought it was already hit.
Yeah. I read a book about World War One. It was The Complete Idiot's Guide to World War One.
I tried to read a book about World War One.
Yeah.
It was Little Heart's History of World War One.
Yeah.
Pretty unreadable.
That's Basil.
Yeah.
My father was telling me about a book that he just read recently called Castles of Steel. It was about naval actions during World War One.
Yeah, I had one that I read a while ago about Jutland and stuff.
Yeah.
And in this area you've got all the various locations where Whitby and Scarborough and Hartlepool, where the German fleet sailed up and shelled the towns.
Yeah. And caused 2 shillings worth of damage.
That's unfair, given all the poor women and children that were killed.
Yeah.
When you come up here, or next time you're up, Gary, give us a shout and I'll take you down to that one at Hartlepool, the gun battery. Coastal defence place. That's quite cool.
Don't make him propose to you, Gary.
I've already done that, and I've already said no to Gary, so it's fine.
Did get down there.
Oh, poor Gary.
I know.
The handkerchief was on the floor.
I might take my missus along with us just to be on the safe side, to be honest.
I might bring my daughter along to be on the side here.
Yeah. I might bring a chaperone.
Nice to see the monkey in Hartlepool dock.
Yeah, I've been in that building and I didn't even realise that's what it was I was in looking at. But it was nice to see, like, having checked the events page for the challenge and stuff, new people that are joining in as well. There's a few people who aren't regularly on the chats who've committed to doing stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Let me just have a quick give them a shout out with my paintbrush in my mouth. Miniature Modelling Mayhem.
I keep forgetting this is the live section. I should behave.
It's fine. Let's see. Oh, who have we got? We've got me, Gary, we've already spoken about. Serkan, and I've no idea how the surname is pronounced. It looks like it's Solp, but that's probably not how it's pronounced. Who's doing a Soviet SMG platoon? It looks like that's 15 mil. Julian Brown, who's doing a complete battery of German 12.2 centimeter guns. Not sure for what. Flames of War again, I think. Leah Einecker, who's doing some GAR battle suits. Paul's doing some landwear, I think.
That's a chain.
I know. some more Prussians. He was saying the other night he's on his 30th battalion of Russians.
Didn't he also say that they only had 20?
I have no idea. And we've got Mark, other Mark, Stumpf, is it? Stumpf?
Yeah. Stumpf, yeah.
Who's doing some Iron Warrior Tactical Marines and a Warp Smith with Cyber Familiar. Abel, who's doing mountain gunners for the mules that he's painted this month, and to try and paint the second half of his Corps of Guides infantry, and I think therefore that was a period you were interested in, Gary, wasn't it? That was the Frontier troops.
Yeah.
There's a whole set of articles in this month's War Games Illustrated about the man who would be king, or the men who would be king, and all that sort of stuff, that kind of period.
Isn't there is it Osprey rulebook or something coming up with that?
Yeah, I think that's why there's loads of articles about it, and Victorian and British infantry and stuff. And we've got a chap called Edzard.
Oh, he sounds interesting.
With the girl.
You've got down here Roman legionaries, a unit of Roman legionaries, a unit of Macedonian companion Pondromoi. Is that right?
That's Alexandrian.
Yeah.
Sorry, thing broke up for me.
I was just saying what you've got down on the list. Roman legionaries, Macedonian companion Prodromi, and a terrain piece of your own choosing. I still don't think you can hear me.
No, yeah, that sounds like something I could have wrote. Yeah, could have written.
You've also got down five elephants, 3 tigers, and
In Africa.
and a Canadian armoured squadron.
No, that's totally wrong.
I thought you were going to say a partridge in a pear tree.
Well, that was on the tip of my tongue, and then I thought, no.
And a crazy golf course.
Yeah, crazy golf course. And 15 mil. With working windmill. After the utter madness of the tennis courts.
I thought they turned out really nice.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah. Well,
Shame I didn't get to see yours, James, before you sold it.
I know. Mine was cracking as well. I had like a full Wimbledon modelled in 15
No
mil.
wonder it sold so quickly.
Exactly.
Did it come with ball boys or?
No ball girls, but and yeah, Paul Alba, who said he's doing his East Prussian Grenadiers, so they're not landwehr at all. And Paul Elliott, who mentioned maybe doing a 15 mil Belgian 7th Regiment of Foot for Waterloo. And then, if not, then maybe Coldstream Guards. And I think there was someone else who said they were going to do 28 mil Napoleonics as well.
Wow.
Who was that?
No.
Marco said he was going to do some 28 mil naps. So yeah, definitely a good amount of people doing it. And then obviously there's everybody here who I've not mentioned. Stephen, who's hiding. Scott, who's trying to finish off this month's challenge. And appears to have frozen.
What, me?
Yeah, I can just see a frozen hand.
Oh, okay. No, I was just on eBay.
Enabling has started.
Yes.
Poised over the buy button.
So it says here that May 2nd will be the 12th annual World Naked Guardian Day. So if
Naked
you want
Guardian?
to do gardening naked, that is the day to do it.
See, I think if you did it May 2nd in our country currently, you would end up with frostbite and possibly an indecent exposure charge as well. But
Yeah, especially if you're messing about with your hole.
yeah,
Ooh.
I do think we should do something on May the 4th.
may the force be with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe I do need to paint some Star Wars stuff. Maybe I'll reserve it for May the 4th.
Well, before it's International Tabletop Day tomorrow.
James,
Tabletop.
Stormtroopers, definitely.
I don't do Star Wars.
Very well.
We just went R2D2 then.
James will do Star Wars. Of course he will.
James will not. James has enough stormtroopers to paint and they're all bloody German.
You will do.
I was doing the Jedi hand wave and everything. Come on.
It's alright, I wasn't looking at the camera so it didn't work.
James, you will do Stormtroopers.
James, he is doing stormtroopers.
There you go. It worked. The old Jedi mind trick.
What did you say you were going to do this month, Scott?
James, you will show the last.
What am I finishing off this month, or what I'm planning to do next month?
Both.
Okay, well I'm 2 to 3 steps away from finishing these US Marines. We'll go to. I don't know how well you can see on the camera. Can you see him?
Oh yeah.
So I've just got a second coat of skin and some webbing to do, some washes on the base.
They look good.
I should have them finished tonight or tomorrow morning. I did get these guys done. Got big robots. I'll put pictures up when I get those US Marines done. I'll put some pictures up of those two.
Oh.
And for next month, I have 3 things. I can just grab them. I thought first of all I'll have a flying saucer.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned you were going to do
Nice.
saucers.
Yeah, so there's 1 saucer with base. There's 1 crashed resin saucer. I'll do as well.
Cool.
And then there's 1 Victorian time traveller or mad scientist on a giant flea.
Wow.
I'll
From
keep
the
it-
sublime
keep it
to the
interesting.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that part of the Mars Attacks range or?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think it might. No, yeah, I think you can still get it. Yeah, I think it's one of the heroes.
So it's like their version of Doctor Who, but instead of him on a TARDIS, he's got a massive flea.
Yeah, a lot more versatile, the old flea.
I don't know, the TARDIS is kind of bigger on the inside. But
Yeah, but a flea that size could jump. He's a good mile, though. Couple of miles.
Well, James, how was Battleship Gothic in the end? 'Cause I remember when we spoke
oh, it's good, yeah.
a few months back, you were saying they're relaunching it and everything.
Well, they've released the computer game.
Alright, yeah. Is it any good? Is it?
Yeah, I've enjoyed playing it. I've not put a huge amount of time into it, but it is good. It kind of sticks to the feel of the setting and stuff.
Good.
I've watched some reviews for it online and stuff. It does look good.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I'd have got it, but I'm not sure if my laptop would run it either. On this.
Yeah. It was sensible of them not to release it when they were supposed to, and to hold it off for a little while because it did need some work. But it is enjoyable, and said I've been playing through the campaign a little bit now and again, and some of the missions are actually quite tough, but that's good sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I've just updated my, finalised my May challenge. That's what I was doing. So it's up there now. Put it on.
Good stuff.
On
Stormtroopers?
There you go.
Stormtroopers?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing as well.
So, was that a Dragoon Regiment, Prince Rupert's Regiment of Horse, Prince Maurice, and then your 6mm stuff?
Yeah. So I'm going to try and get some of that trained, and I've got around for years.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Right, I shall base mine tomorrow, and then that's mine done.
Brilliant.
Well, I went to order bases for my guys to get them finished for the end of the month, and War Bases was closed for holiday for like 2 weeks. So I went to that East Riding, is it?
Yeah.
They've got a message on their website saying exactly the same thing. That was it. So I'm just like, if I get to Carnage, I'll just get them there and just crack on with something else in the meantime.
Someone obviously doesn't want you to finish them, Alan, so...
No. It's fine, I've got plenty of other stuff to get on with, but it just would be quite nice to have based them and then just...
Are you going to Caronade?
I'm hoping to, but I kind of found out I got accidentally double booked because there was something else I was doing, which the date is moved to Caronade. So I'm going to see if I can do both in one day, but my first lift has fallen through, so I'll have to see.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say if you're going to Carnage, you might get the bases there, because there are, in the past, there's been places doing basing and stuff.
Yeah, well, War Bases apparently will be there, so... but yeah, if I don't make it, I'll just order them. But I figure I might as well hold off and save myself £3 postage or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever used these riding miniatures before, but every time I've used them, they've been really fast. I mean, like literally within days, I've had my order.
Who?
East Riding Miniatures. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've been really quick. Even when they were Cyprus, they were really quick.
I found them because I got those custom bases for my Flames of War minefields, and they were both much cheaper than some of the other people out there that were doing custom bases, and the guy was really spot on.
Yes.
and like, emailing me. I think I emailed him to ask, would it be possible to do bases in this size, and he emailed me back within like an hour and a half or something like that, and then like was really quick at getting back to me when the order was ready to be placed and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
glad I had a look at their website because turns out they do 25mm Centaurs, which I haven't seen that many of, so I'm going to check them out.
I'm going to vamoose, guys, so I shall see you next time.
No worries. Thanks very much for stopping by, Gary.
Take care.
Hi, Gary.
Bye.
Good one.
He's gonna milk a moose?
Yeah.
Yeah. After I've done a drift and a pledge.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
But I'd give it 20 minutes. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh well, we could have done worse than fart jokes, I suppose.
I think I've nearly got that Prince Maurice done already. Sat here tonight.
What was that part of your next month's challenge?
Yeah, I've done him already, yeah.
That doesn't count then. You're going to have to strip the paint off next month and do it again. It's a dry run.
I think that's how you finished so quick last time, isn't it? You actually had already got the units painted, like in a box. You just
That's it, yeah. I was just bluffing.
you just whip them back out and go, hey, I just finished these.
I would quite like to do my first scratch built building. Actually, that's not true. I've made one before in the past, many years ago. But my first one that's suitable for wargaming.
I'll go for it. I'm sure Bill's got some power tools he can lend you.
I'm just going to use cardboard and foam board and stuff.
That's what he uses as well, but he still uses power tools. Should see what he can do with a box of cereal and a chainsaw. It's impressive.
Yeah, I've got a few boxes lying about. So I'll just see.
Gotta use power tools.
It'd be fantastic if I could actually get a War Games table operational by the end of the month.
That would be a hell of an achievement if you can manage that from scratch.
Well, it's not inconceivable because I've got loads of the stuff lying about to actually put it together. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it would actually be a really interesting experiment because you do get people doing articles and stuff about how quickly they can put an army together, but how quickly you can put a table together would be something a bit different, I think.
Well, I've thought about it before, maybe like taking a picture with each thing that goes on it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
I put a lot of thought into a wargaming table, and I think if I were to do it, I would have. I've got existing tables that are big enough to be a base. I would focus on having a slider type of deal where it goes on top of an existing table, and then braces itself.
Like a modular type thing.
Yeah, well, I was just maybe not modular, but they make these poker tabletops, and I'm thinking, why not do a wargaming tabletop? and just put the board on top of an existing table.
Hmm.
Then you'll have the frame underneath the board that fits the existing table into it, so it doesn't shift around.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sort of like, you know, you get on top of snooker tables, you have like, sometimes you have like a wooden cover, and it just fits nice and snug. It's like slots on. Is that the kind of thing you mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would probably be the easiest way to set up a wargaming table.
That'd be cool, actually.
I've got a really... I'm sorry, James.
I was just going to say, it's getting one that's 19 feet by 1 feet that's always been my problem.
I've got a really nice old-fashioned hexagonal table, hexagonal coffee table, which I thought would be really nice just for like small skirmish game. Because I played a 2x2 skirmish game on a 2 foot by 2 foot table, and with the rules that we used, it was actually a little bit big. So I think you could actually do something just for a little nice small game on this hexagonal table. Quite nice.
Yeah. We found that in the past when we've been playing even like sci-fi games, like spaceship games, like Full Thrust. If you use inches for measurement, you need a really big table, but if you start using centimeters, you can actually fit a decent sized battle on quite a small table. But yeah, skirmish games. I remember playing Necromunda on a really tiny table because you built the scenery up the way as well, so it gave you kind of altitude playing surfaces as well as just the usual ground level terrain. Certainly, I thought if you were going to play something like Frostgrave or something like that, you could play it on quite a small table.
Oh yeah. I was actually thinking about using the Frostgrave rules and putting it into, instead of doing a frozen city, doing a feudal Japanese town.
Yeah.
And just doing a... I just need to find some wizards that look Japanese, though. That's the problem. I don't know who would make anything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen stuff like that, but I couldn't tell you who or when or why. But I'm sure I've kind of seen like I don't even know if it was maybe just like a Japanese noble or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I've got those. Maybe I've got a. Maybe I'll just use that. Already painted and ready to go too.
I think American Ed was talking about doing a desert version of Frostgrave in like a kind of Egyptian style, you know, like a sand buried city rather than a frozen one, which sounded like quite an interesting idea.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's got more of a sword and sorcery. Well, I suppose Frozen City could be sword and sorcery too. But...
Yeah.
Well, a jungle setting would be kind of fun too, where the jungle's receding from the city.
Yeah.
I wonder why they just didn't do.
I know exactly why they did the Frost theme is because there's hardly any fancy miniatures for Frost.
For cold weather.
Cold weather. And so they probably got together with North Star Miniatures and went, hey, let's make something exclusive.
Mm.
But when you look at the miniatures, are any of them, you know, just kind of cold climate in appearance?
Well, they make cold climate monsters.
Oh, do they?
Don't they?
Yeah. I know there are guys in fur jackets and stuff like that, but I wouldn't necessarily say they're heavily winterized. It's not like everybody's just wearing grey coats and stuff. Great quotes, Ian. Sorry. It is an interesting system. I've got the book. I've never played it myself though.
But I mean, with it being a frozen climate, I mean, you can't have the cheesecake stuff that you normally can have in a fantasy type of setting.
You can have a frozen cheesecake.
Yeah, the nipples are pretty hard that way, I guess.
The best kinds of cheesecake. The frozen cheesecake.
I thought you were talking about frozen nipple ones.
And we passed the watershed.
I can't say frozen cheesecakes are particularly good now.
Well, it's like semi-defrosted. I mean,
Yeah, but they're not even like the real cheesecake stuff, or they're not just that crap fake cream stuff frozen solid or something.
Mmm. Fake
Oh, wait.
cream.
so I don't know. I think it depends on the quality of cheesecake.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Well, being a child of the 80s, it was always cheap Iceland ones that we got, and never particularly impressive.
Yeah. I mean, like, the cream is just like ice cream because it's frozen, so...
Yeah. It's like
But
the
saying
gatos
that,
that you used to get.
I like frozen pastries as well.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy talk.
Yeah. They don't necessarily have to be hot. Have you ever had, is it a chocolate swirl?
Can you
What?
actually eat it frozen?
Yeah. Like, it isn't like rock hard, because pastries don't really freeze. They just go like,
Cold.
yeah. Hot summer's day.
Yeah.
Frozen pastry.
Wait, I thought you guys actually did like deep fried of pastries. Isn't that a thing over there?
Yeah, in Scotland maybe, but
Yeah, not in Wales.
not so much. Well, no, I tell a lie, because we do deep fry pastries, but more savoury pastries like pasties and
Fried pasta. Oh.
yeah, and well, steak pie and all that sort of stuff. They're kind of technically pastries, are they not?
Yeah. I think I've had one of them. It wasn't battered. It was just fried.
Just fried, yeah. I dare say there's somewhere in Scotland does deep fried sausage rolls or battered sausage rolls. If they don't, they should, because that actually sounds like it would be really nice.
Yeah, I think that would be the only thing I would eat. That does sound good.
Can't have a heart attack. Wait.
Read a little bit about this deep fried pizza, and online they say that the best way of doing it is from frozen pizzas.
It is, yeah, that's what they do. It's normally like a frozen cheese pizza, and they just dip it in batter and then chuck it in the fryer.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Oh, bother. Just dropped a Nazi.
That's not a euphemism.
Yeah, I would stay up for 10 minutes or so. Oh, God. I'm going to go AFK. I don't know where he's gone.
No worries. Maybe he's tiny shoelaces.
Finished 2 more cavalry.
Oh, good stuff. All the way finished, or just the leopard print?
I need to varnish them, but I could do that now. Or not.
Or not. Need to let the paint dry.
Yeah.
Well, given that we've devolved to fart jokes and dropping things on the floor, I think I'll end the live section.
Fun's only starting.
Yeah, The party's just getting begun.
Now for the after party.
Yep, the power tools all come out and we start angle grinding our mold lines off and stuff. Yep, cool. Here we go. Say bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, pet.